Hi, I'm Sunday, and today's the first day of the empath experiment. So, it being our first day, it's not going to be super challenging, except that I'm going to be introducing you to one basic idea that might be really new to you. Well, two, actually. It's not your fault that you take on other feelings from other people. It's not your fault that you haven't found good ways to deal with that, which is, I'm guessing, why you would be here in the first place. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is one myth I would like to bust right now because it's really foundational to having ways of being an empath that allow you to be skillful and begin to enjoy it instead of feeling overloaded by other people's stuff all the time and having to cope with the consequences of that and having to try to escape from that and having to try to, do something to remedy it. It takes a lot of energy. Now, the basic thing that I want to talk about today, to bust a myth that I want to bust today, is that it is a really good thing for you to do that. If you're a healer or a helper or you're just a good friend or family member, that if you share somebody's sorrow or their anger or their whatever it is, then you are doing something to help them. This is a very, very long-standing belief. You run into it a whole lot of spiritual teachings, you run into it in a whole lot of fiction, you run into it a whole lot of supposedly heartwarming self-help stuff. It ain't true. It's not true because sharing somebody else's stuff only means that you have jumped out of the lifeboat and into the ocean with them where they are drowning. You cannot heal other people's feelings by feeling them with them. You will only get lost in them yourself. So they will, yes, have the comfort of a little company, and, that is something. But as far as actually getting into the lifeboat and onto solid land, forget it. It ain't going to happen because it does not work that way. If you want to heal or help something on an emotional or intellectual level, you have to go deeper than that. And that's what this experiment is about showing you how to do. The part of the video that comes after this is going to be an energetic healing that puts your body into a calm state, chemically, neurologically, and some other ways. I learned how to do it because I had a really horrible neurological, chemical, autoimmune illness, and this was one of the ways I learned to calm my body down. And in the process of healing that illness, interestingly, I wound up healing a lot of the difficulties I've had with taking on other people's stuff. I lightened that burden. I rewired myself. So I'm here to tell you today that it is possible. And for today, I would like you to just take in this healing and not do anything else. And the next days will have little prompts for you to kind of think of something or feel something while you engage with the healing part of the video. But today, I just want you to feel what it feels like to have calm body chemistry, because honestly, not too many people do. And it might be a surprise to you that you don't. It's often a surprise to me. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing this experiment with you, is because there's always further that you can go with this. There is always deeper. And it's also why each day that you do this experiment, you are going to be seeing the same healing video, because the idea is to entrain you into the sensation, not just the emotion, of what it is like to be in a calm, relaxed state, or at least calmer and more relaxed state. So that's all the information for today. If you want to ponder that as you take in the healing, that's fine. If you want to just let your thoughts go wherever they want to while you're taking the healing, that's fine too. The main thing is to follow the directions in the healing part of the video that let you know about when to check in and what to notice. So, I hope you'll enjoy this experiment. I'm looking forward to doing it with you. Okay, so now it's time to change gears a little because we're at the healing portion of this video. First, I want to quickly talk about safety while you're listening to this video. It generally is clarifying for people, but afterward, during the process, your body chemistry is going to be shifting in good ways, but it can be disorienting. So if you're doing anything where a moment's inattention would mean you could get hurt or somebody else could get hurt, please stop either the video or stop doing whatever that is. It could be driving, it could be using a power tool, it could be watching some little child who really needs watching every single minute. Whichever one of those just don't combine the two. I want you to be safe and to be healed, not to get into more trouble. That's the idea. So the optimal way to be listening to this healing portion would be to be in a quiet space by yourself where you have maybe 15 or 20 minutes that you will be uninterrupted. But life is not always ideal. So if you are commuting on public transportation, if you know you're going to be waiting in your car for 20 minutes for somebody, if you have earbuds or headphones and you're in a noisy situation, those can provide the privacy that you need. The only thing that I would say is keep your phone on silent, because talking to anybody or texting anybody while you're doing this is counterproductive. It's just not going to help you as much as you could be helped if you would just focus your attention on this for the time it takes. And really, when you think about it, how much time do you take in a day just to nourish yourself instead of dealing with somebody else's stuff? You might want to consider that. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shutting my eyes and healing you silently. So the action in this film, you're welcome to watch me if you want, but the real action in this film is the response that's happening inside you. So I'd like you to check in now. Check into, what are you thinking? What's your emotional state? What's the state of your body? Any tensions, any looseness, anything going on there? Okay, so just focus gently on that and on whatever your daily task is, and let's go. See you at the other side. Okay, we're back. So now it's time to check in again. What are your thoughts? What's your emotional state? How does your body feel? And how do you feel in the place you're in? Is there any difference there? One way to make these changes more real, to bring them more into the physical world and to sustain them, is to write them down. So, now it's time for you to make a comment. What's one thing that came up for you during this healing? And also, what's one helpful change that you've noticed? It could be a really teeny tiny change or it could be a big change. Either way, there's a sense in which it doesn't matter. And I know that might sound strange to some of you, but it's really true. Because little changes can leverage huge, huge shifts. So note them down and then please reply to at least 2 comments that other people have left. And we're doing this in a specific way. That is, we are affirming or witnessing or telling how we share with their experience as opposed to offering advice or critique. And you'll be getting that same support, and you might be amazed at how great it feels. So until the next time, it's been lovely.